Shalom. All praises unto Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakak Wadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the hopeful elect Akim that teaching this word. Shalom Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakak Wadash. Now this is just a few scriptures that I have written down. Pretty much, this is the parable of Lazarus. Going into pretty much, our oppression, basically, that these devils, these Edomites have put on us, and I was meditating on the fact that, Esau, he's really, a Neanderthal caveman, man, and the Lord's going to bring him back to that lower state again. But as it is now, we got to suffer, their rulership. The Lord's raised them up, because the Lord's raised them up to rule. But, at one point in history, Esau was what did it say? Upon thy dust shalt thou go, pretty much. Upon his belly, basically, the lineage of Esau was put on a lower state. Among the bushes they brayed, they're cavemen. But the Lord got them upright, cleaned them up, so to speak. They're talking, so-called talking English. But at one point they were braying among the bushes, like what they show you in the movies regarding the caveman. That's the history of Esau, man. But now they're over us, basically. But they're going to go back into that estate. But I wanted to read this here. They're going to go back into that estate, man, in the kingdom of heaven. The Lord's going to bring them back to that lower state. They're not going to be the people in this world seek Esau for wisdom. No, they're going to be brought back to that. They're going to be reduced to nothing. Just like the way we're looked at in this world. Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, we're looked at as what? The slaves of this world. We're nothing in the eyes of this world. The low-life heathens look down on us. Peasant, peon crackers look down on us. What we call white trash, they look down on us in this world. Not even just the elites, man. Even these peon peasant white trash think they're better than us. That's the judgment the Lord put on us, but it's all going to be reversed, man. This is Luke 16 and 19. And we want that power back, man. This is Luke 16 and 19. It says, there was a certain rich man which was clothed in purple and fine linen and fed sumptuously every day. Right? This is that parable of Lazarus, right? And there was a certain beggar named Lazarus which was laid at his gate full of sores. Yeah, and that rich man clothed in purple and fine linen represents who? These cave beasts, man. These Edomites, these so-called white people, which their biblical nationality is Edomites. All right, that's who they really are. All right, that's what this is talking about. All right, the clothed in purple and fine linen, meaning they're in the power, basically, and fed sumptuously every day. Yeah, they fed sumptuously every. In particular, this is really talking about the elites of these Edomites, not the low-level Edomites. This is talking about the international bankers, the people in power. All right, they fed sumptuous every day, meaning they have more than their hearts could wish. They're not in any distress. They're not worried about any payments. They're not worried about anything, basically. They're living life. They're living it up in this world, which they should be. It's their time, right? And then it says, and there was a certain beggar named Lazarus, which was laid at his gate full of sores. And Lazarus represents the children of Israel, so-called Negroes, so-called Latinos, so-called Native American people, all right? Where it says they were laid at the gate full of sores, which represents the hell we're catching, where people in pain, man, all right? And the rich men or the elites of this world oppress us, all right, which are the Edomites, the heads of the nation of Edom, and desiring to be fed with the crumbs which fell from the rich man's table. Moreover, the dogs came and licked his sores. Yeah. Desiring the crumbs, meaning, what do our people desire in this world? They want to have like what Esau has. The 2/3 of our people, they want to have what the white man has. They want to have what the Edomites have. They want, the riches. They want to live in big houses. That's what the 2/3 of our people seek, man. Which is really, and Esau will, give our people deals. They'll give our people deals which our people sell out for what? For crumbs, man, off the table of these devils, man. The 2/3 of our people, they're going to be destroyed in this world. They don't want to acknowledge what's going on, really, man. They want the crumbs off these devils' table, man, basically. And desiring to be fed with the crumbs which fell from the rich man's table. Moreover, the dogs came and licked his sores. Yeah, and the dogs represents, these other nations basically that the so-called white man puts over our people. That's why, for example, an Elamite, people from East India will come to England or to America, open a store, and we always say this, open a store in so-called Negro, Latino neighborhoods and just make millions. Open up products. Even someone at the job was telling me this the other day, Jake. He was saying to me he was in a certain area, and, all the products were so-called black products, he was saying to me. I'm using the worldly terms he used. They were all so-called black products, in the shops, but there was not a black owner of any of the stores. So that's the nation. That's the dogs licking our wounds. You got these heathen nations, in the communities of our people, which there's a demon on the community. But the point I'm making is they're in our people's areas where our people live, and they're licking the sores, meaning they are getting rich off of our oppression. And who sets that up? The so-called white man sets them in position. All right, to further oppress us. And it says, and desiring to be fed with the crumbs which fell from the rich man's table. Moreover, the dogs came and licked his sores. And it came to pass that the beggar died and was carried by the angels into Abraham's bosom. The rich man also died and was buried. And in hell he lift up his eyes, being in torments, and seeth Abraham afar off, and Lazarus in his bosom. And he cried and said, Father Abraham, have mercy on me, and send Lazarus that he may dip the tip of his finger in water and cool my tongue, for I am tormented in this flame. Yeah, because why? Lazarus represents us, the Israelites, all right, which are what? Children of Abraham. We're the children of Abraham, and that's what this world's going to find out. And when the end comes, what's going to happen is the roles are going to be reversed. We're going to be the ones in the bosom of our Heavenly Father, pretty much. That's what that represents. We're going to be, risen up. And the rich man, when he dies, when these elites die, and they wake up in the next world, they're going to be at the bottom, just like we're at the bottom today. The roles are going to be reversed here on earth, man. All right, but listen to what it says here. It says, and he cried and said, Father Abraham, have mercy on me, and send Lazarus that he may dip the tip of his finger in water and cool my tongue. Yeah, because basically that's the rich man saying, send Lazarus to basically, aid me in this hell, basically, in this position that I'm in, pretty much. Like basically, if you look at it in a terms like this, these Edomites, these so-called white people, they're gonna be at the bottom, and they're gonna be in worse torments than we are, right? And they want to be helped, basically, help us out here. We're messed up. But listen to what the scripture says. So this is the role reversal that's going to take place on the earth. But this is what the scripture says. It says, and he lift up, it says, and he cried and said, Father Abraham, have mercy on me, and send Lazarus that he may dip the tip of his finger in water and cool my tongue, for I am tormented in this flame. Yeah, because the rich man was going to begin to catch his hell, which is going to happen in the kingdom of heaven, which represents these so-called white people, beginning with their elites. They're going to be in hell on earth. Hell's a position on earth. You're at the bottom. They're going to be being oppressed by us, by the Israelites. Okay? And it said, in this flame, but Abraham said, Son, remember that thou in thy lifetime received thy good things, and likewise Lazarus evil things. But now he is comforted and thou art tormented. The roles are reversed. So he said, remember, rich man, remember when it was your time to be on top, you was enjoying it. And Lazarus was at the bottom. Just like us today, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, who on earth, what nation on earth has come to help us out? No one. No one ain't helping us. No one ain't trying to get the so-called black man and the Hispanic man out, and the Native American man out of the condition that he's in. They don't care. They're enjoying watching us being oppressed. They enjoy it. But look, that's what Abraham said. But Abraham said, Son, remember that thou in thy lifetime receivest thy good things, and likewise Lazarus evil things. But now he is comforted and thou art tormented. Yeah, meaning now it's time for Lazarus to enjoy the goodness of the earth. And it's your time to be in torment. The roles are going to be reversed. All right. And besides all this, between between us and you there is a great gulf fixed, so that they which would pass from hence to you cannot, neither can they pass to us that would come from thence. Yeah, that's that separation between who? Jacob and Esau, because that's all it all goes back to. The main characters in the Bible, the main character is Jacob, the sons of Abraham, Isaac, and the main character, Salaki, is Israel, which is Jacob's name was turned to Israel. The sons of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, basically. We always use this analogy. If you have a plate of food, the meat on the plate is the thing you always look forward to. That's the Israelites. And then the potatoes, which is a side dish, is what? Is Esau, the so-called white man. The two main characters in the scriptures which are playing out on earth today with the people. And then the vegetables are like the heathens, the dogs that lick the wounds, the other nations. That's who they are. So this is what that parable is talking about. And basically, the point I wanted to say really is that the so-called white man, the Edomites, they're going to get their judgment, man. Just like we've been at the bottom, they're going to be at the bottom. They're going to be reduced to nothing in our kingdom. Here it is, we're in their kingdom in slavery, and we still outdo them, which proves who the children of Israel are. Any other nation that suffered what the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans suffered would be dead by now. All right? They'll be gone. But Israel, the Lord's got us surviving, to then be risen up in the end. And we're still better than these heathens, even in our lower state. Okay? So this is Deuteronomy 30, and in particular, the so-called white man. That's why these Edomites, that's that gulf fixed between us, man. They have that deep-rooted hatred because we are, which they're meant to. And we are supposed to have hatred towards them. It's just the majority of our people don't know this knowledge, man. This is Deuteronomy 30 and 7. Salakia, Deuteronomy 30 and 7. And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. Yeah, and what's the curses? If you read the book of Deuteronomy 28:15 on down, the Lord put a series of curses on our people, which we're still under till this day. We're not going to prosper. We're going to go into captivity. We're not going to have anything in this world, basically. That was the curses the Lord put on us. And he was going to put a low-life nation over us, which is the Edomites. These cave beasts, basically. Which they are the actual cavemen, these Edomites, right? But guess what, man? The Lord's going to take these curses off us and put on our enemies. And the Lord thy power, Deuteronomy 30 and 7, and the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. Yeah, so the so-called white man's going to get persecution. The rich man, so to speak, of this world, he's going to be brought down. He's going to be brought into torment. The Moabites, the so-called Chinese, the Japanese, all the other nations, the heathens, they're all going to be put at the bottom where they belong. All right? But in particular, the so-called white man, he's going to be the lowest of everyone. So you could understand. Salakia, he's going to be the lowest of everyone, the so-called white man, all right? So this is Genesis 3 and 13. And the Lord said unto the woman, what is this that thou hast done? Oh no, Salaki, I wanted to go here first. This is Job 30. The book of Job 30. And from the top, right? It says, but now they that are younger than I have me. This is our forefather Job speaking, right? But now they that are younger than I have me in derision, whose fathers I would have disdained to have set with the dogs of my flock. This is talking about these Edomites, all right? The so-called white people, all right? And they're younger than us. How? Because we are, we were basically the first nation, basically, so to speak, the chosen line of the Lord, pretty much. The Edomites. We've been here before them, basically, all right? So it says, but now they that are younger than I have me in derision, whose fathers I would have disdained to have set with the dogs of my flock. Yeah, because these so-called white people, they're beasts, basically. You don't want your pets around them and stuff. That's why even in this world, when you look at the animals of this world, they look oppressed. Why? Because these Edomites, they oppress everything, man. Even their very own animals, man. And they pop the animals. That's a known thing. Sheep, they call them sheep shaggers in different parts of the world. They pop animals, they pop dogs. That's known, man. These Edomites are lewd, man. That's why Job said it. I wouldn't even have them sit among... They're cave beasts, basically. Neanderthals, man. I wouldn't even have them among the dogs of my flock. It says, yea, whereunto might the strength of their hands profit me, in whom old age was perished. For want and famine they were solitary, fleeing into the wilderness in former time, desolate and waste. Yeah, because they were brought down to a lower state at one point in history. And it says fleeing into the wilderness. They were in them caves, basically. All right. That's where you get the term Caucasian. You know, between Georgia and Russia, the Caucasus Mountains is where they dwelt for a period of time. You know, so it says, for want and famine, they were solitary, fleeing into the wilderness in former time, desolate and waste, who cut up mallows by the bushes and juniper roots for their meat. They were driven forth from among men. They cried after them as after a thief. Yeah, because they were driven forth from among the dark nations, because everyone knew they were thieves, man. They're thieves, they're corrupt. No one wanted them around, Edomites. But now see how the Lord's he's taken that veil off now, but the Lord's put that veil on everyone, where people think these so-called white people, which they're known as, they're really Edomites, are these good, wholesome people. But in reality, they're beasts. Don't be fooled by they look clean, so-called cleaned up now. They're in suits and ties. Don't be fooled, man. They're still beasts. The nature of someone is inside them. And that's the nature of these Edomites. That's why their society is lewd the way it is. They promote bestiality, LGBTQ lifestyles. That's a lifestyle that only a beast would promote. All right? So that's why they were driven forth from among men. They cried after them as after a thief, to dwell in the cliffs of the valleys, in caves of the earth, and in the rocks. That's it. They're the original, they're the caveman. And the Edomites know that in their spirit. Among the bushes they brayed, under the nettles they were gathered together. They were children of fools, yea, children of base men. They were viler than the earth. That's these Edomites, these so-called white people. They're children of fools. They're from a lineage of fools, man. And they're base men. The scriptures call them that, the basis of men on the earth. All right, they're the basis of all people on the planet, is the so-called white man, the Edomites. And they're getting ready, they're being exposed already, and they're getting ready to be brought down. They're getting ready to be brought down and go back to their natural state. They're going to be braying among the bushes. They're going to lose all form of, knowledge and all that. They're going to be brought straight back down where they belong. All right, into that bestial nature. But we're going to be on top of them. We're going to rule them. We're going to be oppressing them. They're going to be brought straight back down, man, to that base nature that's really in them. They were children of fools, yea, children of base men. They were viler than the earth, and they're vile people, man. And the majority of our people, Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, because they don't know this truth, and they don't know this truth. They don't really know how vile these Edomites really are, man. They're bestial, man. And if our people really knew this truth, they wouldn't even want to have anything to do with this man's society, man. But that's not how the Lord set it up. The Lord set it up where the 2/3 of our people have to be destroyed, man. All right? And the believers are going to be delivered, the hopeful elect. And this is Genesis 3:13. And the Lord said unto the woman, what is this that thou hast done? And the woman said, the serpent beguiled me, and I did eat. Yeah, the woman is basically representing Eve, but it represents the Israelites as a whole, man. And it says, and the serpent beguiled me, and I did eat. And the serpent represents what? The serpent in the garden, which was a man. And at that point, it was a man of color, but it's the lion. It's the lion of the so-called white man, the Edomites. They're the serpent. They're the beguilers. And the Lord said unto the serpent, right, at that time, it was a man of color in the garden, right, at that time. But that's the lineage of the so-called white man, because fast forward, then you go into the story of Cain, which killed his brother Abel, which that represents Esau. And then later down the line, Esau was born, all right? From Isaac and Rebekah, Esau was born, all right? Jacob and Esau were born, and Esau came out what? Red all over like a hairy garment. Basically, Esau was born without the pigment, which was the sign of who the wicked would be on the earth, which is these so-called white people today. But this is who they are. They're the serpent. And the Lord power said unto the serpent, because thou hast done this, thou art cursed above all cattle And above every beast of the field, upon thy belly shalt thou go, and dust shalt thou eat all the days of thy life. Yeah, meaning they were going to be, basically brought to a lower state, into that, no information, brain among the bushes spirit, which is that's where they're going to go back to, these Edomites. Okay, it's a luck here. And it says, and I will put enmity. It says, so they're going to be brought back to that estate now too. This is what it is. It happened then, it's going to happen again. All right, happened in the past lives, and it's going to happen again. And I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. It shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. And that enmity is the division that there is amongst so-called Negroes and so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, which are the Israelites, and the so-called white man. That enmity, that division's always going to be there. All right, because we are mortal enemies. It's just our people, like I said, don't know this truth, man. But they're gonna know, because the end's coming. And these so-called white people, they're gonna be brought back to that cave-like state, man, that lower state, man. They're gonna be brought out of authority in this earth and be brought back to a low position where they belong. All right. Okay. So, with that, I'm going to say all praises unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah, Quadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And shalom to the hopeful elect Akim that teaching this word. Shalom, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah, Quadash. Shalom, shalom.